let's be real, who doesn't love lasagna? It's basically the definition of comfort food. But let's also be honest, the traditional version, not exactly carnivore friendly, and definitely not something that leaves me feeling my best. That's exactly why I'm obsessed with this carnivore version, because you still get all the indulgent, savory layers you crave, except this time, it's loaded with nutrient-dense animal foods, no junk, and super easy to put together. But before I show you how to make the ultimate carnivore lasagna, I would love to invite you all to join us for the next 90-day transformation challenge in my community, the Steak and Butter Gang. Aside from $2,000 in cash prizes every 90 days, just for staying carnivore, and amazing non-scale victory giveaways worth thousands every single week, you'll get 24/7 support from my all-star carnivore team, every carnivore recipe you could possibly dream of, daily meetings to keep you on track and motivated with your weight loss and healing goals, and exclusive face-to-face time with experts like Dr. Elizabeth Bright, Dr. Sally K. Norton, Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Boz, Dr. Sean Baker, and so many more of your favorite experts. If you're looking for that one-stop shop for everything carnivore, this is your chance to transform your health and connect with a supportive community. So to join us in the next challenge, just go to sbgmeetup.com or click the link down below in the description box. Now, let's get to cooking. Let's begin by going through the ingredients for a lasagna, and I'm going to start off by cooking the pasta since it will take the longest to cook. I'm actually going to be using my flatbread recipe to make the carnivore pasta, and all you need are two ingredients: eggs and cottage cheese. This is the cottage cheese that I will be using. It's a whole milk organic version. Everything I use will be linked down below as always. I'll also be adding some shredded Parmesan cheese, Italian seasoning, and black pepper, but these three ingredients are totally optional if you need to be strict carnivore. We're going to mix 2 full cups of the cottage cheese with 4 eggs total, and we're going to drop in half a cup of the shredded Parmesan cheese and Italian seasoning, black pepper, whatever you like with seasoning. Add as much as you want. Now we're going to mix up all the ingredients really well, and today I decided to just mix it up by hand without a blender. But if you would like the consistency of your pasta to be super smooth, doughy, and al dente, then I would actually recommend using a hand blender or some type of food processor to make sure that the consistency is perfectly blended, and when you actually bake it, you will get a smooth and doughy texture. Today, I decided to skip the blending and just make my pasta with the cottage cheese chunks. I don't really have picky eaters to feed at home. My husband is happy with pretty much anything delicious. So we're going to evenly spread it over our parchment paper, which is on top of a baking sheet. And since we're trying to mimic lasagna pasta, we want to make sure the thinness is as thin as we can possibly make it. I personally just seasoned it with some more Italian seasoning and black pepper, and then I transferred it into the oven to bake at 370 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of 40 minutes. And the tray on top was just some pasture-raised chicken wings. Whenever I use my oven, I always like to batch cook a bunch of carnivore foods. Now let's work on the meat sauce. I feel like for lasagna, as long as there's high quality meat and your favorite seasonings, throw in some tomato paste if you must have tomato. You really can't go wrong with the meat sauce. So use whatever meats ingredients that you like to create your perfect lasagna. Here I'm using 1 pound of ground beef, 3/4 pound of ground Italian sausage, plenty of dried chopped onion, garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and 1 tablespoon of my husband's favorite hot sauce. And finally, half a cup of your favorite meat broth. Here I'm just using beef broth for a nice rich flavor, and I simmered it on medium heat for a total of 20 minutes. Before I show you guys the results, I have to share something that's personally changed my carnivore routine for the better. And I've actually been taking it for the past few months after seeing how much my husband loves this stuff. It's Armor colostrum, and it is literally just one single ingredient, grass-fed colostrum. It truly is a carnivore superfood, and I've been taking it every single day for the past few months. I personally take 3 scoops dry of this colostrum using their little scooper, but you can also put it in room temp or cold water or any drink of your choice. After taking Armor colostrum, I've already noticed some really cool benefits, like improved endurance during my at-home dumbbell workouts, faster recovery the next day, and even improved skin texture, which I'll admit is my favorite perk, because who doesn't love that extra glowiness? Armor strengthens the skin barrier and activates your body's own stem cell collagen production, which then improves skin elasticity, increased hydration, and age-related changes for a clear, radiant complexion. I just love this stuff, and it also tastes really good. No sugar, just the colostrum, and it tastes like a creamy, milky powder. So if you're interested in this colostrum, you all can get 15% off your order by visiting Armra and using my discount code SBGAL, or by clicking the link down below in the description box. Now, let's take a look at that lasagna. Now that everything is cooked and ready to go, we can assemble our lasagna. The cheese filling for a lasagna is typically ricotta cheese. So here I'm going to be using some ricotta cheese, but I'm also going to season it with the same Italian seasoning and black pepper. For our pasta layers, all we have to do is just measure out our lasagna dish and cut it into cubes or circles if you're using a circular dish to fit the entire circumference of the dish. I'm not sure if there's a correct or traditional order of these layers, but I just started off with a meat sauce layer, then a pasta layer, finished with some shredded cheese, and finally topped with a ricotta layer. And I just repeated it over and over and over until I reached the very top of my lasagna dish. I highly recommend topping with a very generous coating of shredded cheese for that delicious burnt cheese top look. And don't worry if the layers don't look perfect from the outside, because once you cut it, the layers will shine and show beautifully. Now let's bake this at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. If you want that super golden cheesy top, you can also do a finishing broil on high for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. I actually think I went a little overboard where it looks like I have a cheese chip over my lasagna, but it still looks amazing, beautiful, and it's delicious. And I know what you're thinking. If you're a lasagna lover, you're probably wondering where the marinara sauce is. I purposely chose to save it as a finishing touch and an optional one. But if you need the marinara sauce, feel free to plate it at the bottom, drizzle it over the top. I decided to just leave it out until the very end because I want to show you guys that you can make a beautiful lasagna without a ton of tomato sauce, and tomatoes in general can be very inflammatory for healing carnivores, for people who just need to focus on healing and recovering first. Obviously, if you have no issues with nightshade foods, go ahead and enjoy the marinara sauce. Welcome to Bella's Cafe. We're gonna just skip the ordering because we're filming this with my steak sauce video same night. If you haven't watched the steak dipping sauce video, I'll link it down below. Really
it's very good. I think I like the sauces more than I like the steak.
I want to just share that I actually used my flatbread recipe that's now at 1 million views.
That's pretty crazy.
Linked down below as well, but I also show you how to make it in this lasagna video. And I layered it with the traditional lasagna ingredients.
This looks like B-roll lasagna.
It is absolutely 24 hours old.
24 hours.
I personally love lasagna the next day.
Yeah?
Like leftover lasagna is so good.
Yeah.
So let's see if this carnivore version passes the test.
Is lasagna Italian?
I actually think it is, because when I searched for inspiration, real deal recipes, it would say like traditional Italian lasagna uses ricotta cheese.
So something I learned while we were in Italy is that not all Italian dishes are actually Italian. Fettuccine Alfredo is to Italians what like orange chicken is to Chinese. It's something that Americans came up with. Yep. It's probably called like fettuccine Alfred.
Yeah.
And they made it Alfredo to make it Italiano.
But yeah, spaghetti carbonara.
Still a great dish.
Carbonara is very Italian. What else? Spaghetti and clams.
Oh yeah, spaghetti vongole.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
And if you're a strict carnivore like me, the lasagna recipe in its entirety is absolutely carnivore. If you want that oomph of acidity and you love the tomato, which is so classic in a lasagna and you need it, I just literally crushed up fresh tomatoes and I cooked it with some spices, let it simmer slowly, low and slow is the trick, until it thickens up into this paste. And I just smeared it on the plate as almost a dipping sauce. You don't really need to drown it in tomato sauce. But I know my husband loves his tomato sauce, so it's here for that reason.
Nightshade sauce.
All right.
That's actually very good.
Really? Do you know why this is perfect for lasagna?
This is so soft.
Yes, I let it bathe in the juices of the ground beef and ricotta layers. So it softens the pasta.
That's actually really good. Can I have a little bit
more? Of course.
This is the secondi piatti, as they
Yeah.
say in Italiano.
Oh, the second course. The second main course? That's something that was really interesting that I learned in Italy.
They
They don't
have,
have just one main course, they have two.
They have like 5-course dinners every night.
And they have an espresso after every meal to help with digestion. And their water bottles, the caps on their water bottles do not come off.
What do you mean?
The plastic bottles.
I like that idea. I yanked it off every single time.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. 0 AC.
It was 90 plus degrees, 100 plus degrees and humid.
Yeah.
And these Italians are wearing suits,
Yes.
like 3-piece suits,
Yes.
and they're not sweating.
Incredible. It's incredible. And we also learned that apparently Italians, maybe just in the South, because we hung out with Dr. Bright and her husband for a whole week. They taught us a lot about the Italian culture, and they said that Italians are very afraid of the cold, so they don't even go in the water until it's like 100 degrees, and then they feel like it's safe to go in the water and swim. You guys have no idea. When we came
It's
home,
amazing. I was so sad.
when we came home from Italy, we had a full day of feeling so sad.
Super sad.
And I was so sad that I was already looking for flights to go back.
It was amazing to be around people who as a culture value things like arts,
Art, music, good food. The architecture is... Wait.
the architecture. So the architecture was
I am on Italy time.
beautiful pastel colors.
I have to say, Italy excites all of the senses. So anywhere I look, anywhere I smell, anywhere I taste, but specifically for me, listening to the Italian language was such a joy. I don't know how to speak it, but when I listen to it, I just feel so enriched.
It's a very expressive language.
It is so expressive.
Thank you for cooking this. It's really delicious.
You're welcome.
I love you.
Love you very much. Thanks so much for cooking along with me today. If you want to stay inspired with even more easy, delicious, and carnivore recipes, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications because I've got plenty more delicious recipes coming your way. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. SPG out.